This show proved one thing: everything is bigger in Texas, including the crowd energy, because my oh my, they certainly helped elevate moments on this show that might have just been okay in front of a pedestrian crowd, but Ricky Starks and MJF, FTR, and the Acclaim absolutely killing it, tearing the house down. Man, Tony's going to have to explain to the people that actually own the venue, I don't know what happened. They tore the house down. Don't worry. My dad's a billionaire, a multi-billionaire. We'll pay for it. We'll build you a bigger venue with blackjack and hookers and cocaine and everything because he's on that Herb Abrams diet. But nevertheless, I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Dynamite from Cedar Park / Austin, Texas. And man, Austin hasn't been this lively and this full of energy since the Von Erich clan was whole. Oh boy, it's going to be one of those reviews. Nevertheless, let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. There were some big moments on this show. There were also some moments that remind you, oh yeah, still run by a guy that doesn't exactly know what the fuck he's doing, but man, when AEW gets things right, they really can hit some high points. And there were some high points on this show. We have Excalibur, Shivani, and Taz on commentary. One of the high points was unfortunately not the first match, but don't worry, it got better. It definitely got better in the closing moments. Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal. There were about 100 people around the ring already. Actually, I think it was about 20. Starks, Jungle Boy, whoa, and Dustin Rhodes get TV entrances. Dustin was limping. I guess he just came off a knee surgery. He has said that 2023 is going to be his last year, at least active in the ring. You know what? Good. Considering all the shit that he has put his body through and all the issues he's had, you know, if he can go out on his sword in 2023, good. He's had, honestly, numerous rejuvenations to his career and life, so good on him. This was a mess. I mean, I'm sorry. I've seen enough battle royals, I've seen enough tournaments, I've seen enough other just multi-person matches to last me a lifetime across multiple companies. There were good moments on this show. Unfortunately, this match really didn't have a lot of them, at least until we got near the end. Matt Hardy cannot work anymore. Dustin gets eliminated early. They boo. Orange Cassidy getting eliminated. Darn, now we can get back to actual wrestling. The boys rescue Dalton Castle, the Castle catchers as they were. Brian Cage looks like an idiot, you know, doing some spots. I mean, even though he can work, they just made him look like a goof. Jungle Boy gets hurled onto the apron, the hardest part of the ring, by William Ass Morrissey, who throws him, and I'm amazed he didn't snap his neck the way he landed. So the story was Matt Hardy having to help Ethan Page because the contracts of Matt Hardy and Private Party are under the control of the firm, this group that means nothing now. Really didn't mean anything to begin with. Starks eliminates Ethan to win. That's good. That's very, very good. And then MJF's music hits. And basically the idea is it's going to be Ricky Starks versus MJF for control of the Dynamite Diamond ring at some point. At least I believe. I mean, the way they explained it was a little bit weird. Lots of boos. He calls out Danielson, says, "You're afraid of me, especially after what I did to your mentor." And how he'll win the ring for a 4th time. Then he zeroes in on Ricky. He calls him the absolute drizzling shits. He calls him a dollar store Dwayne. Says he's ripped off the Rock. I don't know if I see that much of Ricky Starks, or much of the Rock and Ricky Starks, but nevertheless. He says, "I'll call you the Pebble. I'll put you in my pocket. I'll beat your ass. I'll send you back to Corgan's NWA so you can wrestle on YouTube." Corgan's NWA, which now has Tyrus as the current NWA World Champion, which means that that company doesn't mean anything now. All due respect to the good talents working there. So, Starks fired up with the promo of his life here, called MJF Maxi Pad, and the crowd instantly chants Maxi Pad. 5th-rate Roddy Piper, you know, knockoff and everything, just knocking him, just scorching him. I mean, check this stuff. I can't summarize it. It's absolutely great. He says that he will win. He will win, and winter is coming. He will absolutely destroy MJF. He was somebody that the people got behind, and he embraced it. And MJF just spat on them. And even though Starks wasn't the best guy, wasn't the nicest guy, the people supported him, and he ran with it. This was good shit. This was really, really good shit. It made up for a fairly pedestrian, messy battle royal that we've seen numerous times. But this was good shit. And then MJF hits a low blow and gets the ring and goes forward and takes a swing. MJF gets speared so hard, he gets speared out of his goddamn shoes, and he runs out. It was great. This is good. I mean, Starks isn't going to win next week. This is good shit. This was one of the high points of the show. Then a pre-tape on Darby. Now, I talked to Darby at multiple indie shows, and you know what? He was always personable with me, local Seattle guy and everything. Speaking is not necessarily something that he seems invested in. I mean, he's very much just, he's just Darby. That's just who he is. He has this weird charisma that people gravitate towards. Pre-tape on Moxley. This is not all lead talking, as he keeps talking for a while, a long while, a very, very, very long while. This stuff with the Jericho Appreciation Society will end. God, please, it should have ended months ago. Darby versus Joe in TNT Championship match. It starts out hot, and Darby is bound, determined to die, or at least be crippled by the age of 35, which will be 2028, I believe. Assuming the world is still around in 2028, assuming I'm still around in 2028. But Joe can get the most out of anybody, and Darby does, Darby will lay shit in. He will also destroy his own body. Dived and came within a millimeter, a few centimeters maybe, of snapping his neck. They did some good stuff back and forth, but it was obvious Joe was going to win. They did the coffin drop spot into the Coquina clutch, and Darby passes out, and Joe gets the victory. This is actually a pretty good match. It's just, it was fairly expected what was going to happen, and it was what it was. I'm not going to say it was great, but it was a pretty good TV match. And then he takes Darby's skateboard. He hits him with the Muscle Buster on the skateboard because, again, Darby's bound, determined not walk by the age of 35. And here's Wardlow, not a moment too late. Were you lifting in the back? What the hell was he doing? Was he picking up a woman by like a bowling ball? What the hell was Wardlow doing? Oh shit, Darby, somebody I really don't have any love or hate for, but Joe, I hate Joe. Let me go out there. I probably should have paid more attention to the monitor. So anyway, Orange Cassidy and Sabian are backstage. Cassidy says, all you gotta do is ask for a title shot, the All-Atlantic Championship. Sabian says, I will choose your opponent for Rampage. Maybe it's Miro. Please let it be Miro. Miro can destroy Orange Cassidy and win the title even if it's on a taped show. I think it's a taped show. And then Miro can beat up Kip Sabian afterwards. I don't know who it's going to be. If you know who it's going to be, if Rampage is taped, please don't say it in the comments. Pre-tape on Chris Jericho. The Insurrection God himself. Look, Chris Jericho has done nothing for Ring of Honor, nothing for AEW programming for a while. And even on pre-tapes, he's boring. So, Claudio and Yuta make their entrance with Moxley. And, my God, Moxley actually knows where the entranceway is. I'm impressed. Okay, Claudio and Yuta versus Jake Hager's stupid hat, Jake Hager, and Daniel Garcia with Sammy Guevara. Remember when Daniel Garcia could have been something? I know he's young, and I'm not saying he won't ever be something, but they really had something like, oh, let's put him back with Jericho, and we'll take it away from him, and then they'll really care when he turns against Jericho. No, you kind of cooled that off right there. We the People chants when Claudio and Hager faced off, because people remember stuff from 8 years ago, roughly. 7, 8 years ago. No? 8, 9 years ago, actually, because they broke up. God, they broke up at WrestleMania, right after WrestleMania 30. When Claudio could have got a big push, but no. Why would Vince McMahon do that? I did not give a fuck about this match. And I'm sorry, because I like Claudio. I respect Yuta. Garcia's good. I hate Hager. I hate his hat. I hate the fact that Jake Hager is allowed on a wrestling program, and there are other people, Jacob Fatu, Hammerstone, and others, that are killing it in smaller companies and could benefit from something like this. But no, let's put Jake Hager there, who's bland as toast and has just it offers nothing beneficial to a wrestling program. Claudio fists him to get the victory. Shivani then is in the ring and pitches to something that he filmed with William Regal. And, well, I did what I did because I wanted to prove to the Blackpool Combat Club that they didn't need me. They could be strong. And, well, I gave MJF what he wanted. He's the world champion, but now he's going to be hunted. And he basically says, it's been real, guys, but I must go. My planet needs me. William Regal died on the way back to his home planet. Is William Regal dead? I guess. No, he's going back to coach his son. and be an off-air influence in NXT and work with Triple H. They've had a friendship going back years and years and years. It didn't work out for a variety of reasons, whatever reports you do or don't want to believe. Honestly, Regal had a good enough run in AEW, however short it was. I don't blame him for going back. And I'm just going to say right now, this is something I'm going to address really quickly, and then we're going to get back to the review. If anybody's going to make this about AEW, WWE, and all this, and, oh, if you leave AEW and go to WWE, if you even leave AEW and go to another company, you're betraying. No. These are people with lives, and if they want to go somewhere else and their contracts are up, or they have an out clause, or they want to do something else to benefit themselves, if they're not happy, they want to go from here to here, or if people want to go from WWE to AEW, or AEW to Impact. So why you would want to do that, I don't know, because Impact doesn't really draw anything. The whole point is, you want to go somewhere else, you should be able to go somewhere else. That's what happened during the Monday Night Wars with WWE, AEW, or AEW, even though AEW is a lot like WCW, WWE, WCW, ECW, even Japan. There were people going back and forth, people doing their stuff. These are people that want to do what they want to do. They don't owe stupid elitist fans shit. They owe it to themselves and their families. That's it. So, the Regal thing and this whole explanation of how rushed this is reminds me of that U2 song. They're stuck in a moment that they can't get out of. Moxley then offers an open challenge for Rampage, which, by the way, is going to be against Konosuke Takeshita. And they are done with the Jericho Appreciation Society after Saturday, meaning Claudio is now going to lose and then be part of the Jericho Appreciation Society. And they're going to make him yodel, and it's going to be really bad television because Jericho's always involved in bad television. So, we get a House of Black pre-tape. Spoopy. They all look great. I don't care. I'm done with the supernatural stuff. I'm done. I don't know why. I thought that a few weeks... I hope they're in the right headspace, especially Malachi, but because he mentioned he would need to take a break. Whatever. Anyway, Jamie Hayter sit-down interview. She is at the top of the totem pole. She's going to be a fighting champion. Hayter versus Sheeta. Jamie Hayter. My goodness. Really good that Jamie Hayter is getting a chance to shine. Let her run with the championship at least until Double or Nothing. I would give her the championship until All Out, but that's just me. All right. So, Jade. Say, Jade. What's going on? That's for a friend of mine in particular. It's going to be happy I said that. So, Jade and Layla, who looks great, and Red Velvet, who has an interesting look. A unique look for a change. Sky Blue, Kira Hogan, and it was nice that they brought their mother, Madison Rain. Oh, I'm sorry, Madison Rain just looks like she could be their mother. Well, like everybody to explain to me why they thought Madison Rain was good. Because, see, I tried to, give her a chance because I didn't think she was horrible in Impact, but evidently, maybe that's just because she was protected by better workers, because, good God, Madison Rain is not good. So, it was fine. I'm not going to say it was bad, but it was a match that kind of blended together. It was what it was. I don't care about watching Jade in the ring. Jade picks her spots, but this 43-0, this undefeated record... Oh, it's just like Goldberg. The difference is Goldberg's streak drew money. So, Shivani is with Saraya, defender of Abuserverse, and Britt shows up and says, hey, here's a ticket to the LA Forum show. You need to find a tag partner. Why is she giving her a ticket to a show she's going to wrestle on? Whatever. Rampage. Cassidy defends the All-Atlantic Championship. William Ass Morrissey and Lee Moriarty are in action. Moxley versus Takeshita. Athena talks, and Sheeta versus the Bunny for some championship that I can't remember the name of. Regina Hall Del May. I don't know. So, we get a ROH Final Battle rundown. I'm going to say right now, due to work and the fact that I don't give a shit, I'm not going to be watching ROH Final Battle. Here's my thing about Ring of Honor Final Battle. You want to buy it, you want to watch it, please buy it if you're going to watch it. Support the talents, support the talents legally. But $50 towards Full Gear. And I know that Ring of Honor is supposed to be a separate company, but they're trying to get fans from AEW to go to Ring of Honor, or, to go over to Ring of Honor and support them. $50 for Full Gear on the 19th of last month. And on the 10th, they're expecting people to shell out more money, $40 for Final Battle, which has a couple matches that might not be that bad. And the talents deserve to make money. And I understand for his investment, he wants to make money. But I'm not saying give it away for free. But good God, almost $100 between for U.S. fans to watch this shit. That's asking a lot, especially when the ratings are taking a hit. The best part about the show, though, was no elite shenanigans, so we didn't have to deal with that. I think we're going to deal with that next week. But it's FTR getting a huge pop, and then Caster doing a rap that was okay until he says, "You're gonna lose like Herschel Walker." Only idiots would have voted for somebody like Herschel Walker. You are an idiot to vote for Herschel Walker. I would just like to say right now, you deserve every bit of ridicule that you fucking get. FTR versus The Acclaimed with Daddy Ass. Scissor me, Daddy Ass. AEW Tag Team Championship match. This was really good. I would neglect to say that this is the best FTR match that's been on TV. Best FTR match of the year, but FTR can get a really good match out of anybody. And I mean, The Acclaimed, they crafted a really good match here, carved it out, whatever. Cash took a bit of a tumble at one point. I was a little bit worried. There was a lot of scissoring action that Cedar Park just popped for. Good back and forth, some good, we did get a nice big rig for a very close 2 count. They got me there, really thought they were going to get that, and then we got the mic drop missing, we got a jackknife roll up, 1, 2, and 3, and Caster, after all the stuff they do, a roll up, 1, 2, 3. In a show of respect, I thought FTR were going to turn, but alas no, the Guns show up on the screen, and they say, "Hey, we got some Christmas gifts for you. Here's a card written in blood from them boys." Why would they write it in blood? Use a pen, Jay Briscoe. I actually forgot the goddamn other one's name. Mark and Jay. Yeah, whatever. I was close. Screwed up the pun, or the reference, whatever. Use a pen. One of them actually has hair like Sideshow Bob, so it is what it is. They pull out stuff out of a stocking, and it's 2 dog collars. It's going to be a double dog collar match. Considering that FTR won the first 2 matches, you know what? If the Briscoes get their win back here, that's fine. And you know what? If it's for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships and FTR lose them there, fine. They've held them pretty much, I think, since the April pay-per-view that Ring of Honor did. Supercard of Honor, I think it might have been what it was. I don't know if it's going to be for the tag titles. I'm not going to be watching Final Battle, but if you guys do, great. I'm going to be working. That's part of the reason why I'm not going to order it, because I'm not going to do that. Watch NXT Deadline, and be absolutely tired after a 9-hour shift. That being said, this episode of Dynamite, the crowd was into most of it, and there were some high points. There were also some points that remind you, oh yeah, Khan doesn't really know what the hell he's doing. That being said, pretty good episode. Not great. Hopefully, upward trajectory and winter is coming can actually be pretty good, and we can see what happens in 2023. I'm going to be at the first Dynamite of 2023 at the Climate Pledge Arena, barring, of course, and unless like an act of God prevents people from getting there. But nevertheless, agree, disagree what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. I'll see you soon.